Shalom, this is Amonute Tayac of Piscataway, Sophia Spiritualite, the AmaruKhan Miriyam, and we're here, of course, for reading a message from the ancestors. It has been quite a while since we've done a reading. I'm going to try to get one out for you. Ooh, Lord, every new moon and full moon, just so we can track our progress on what's going on. That's probably going to be my specialty. Thank you all for joining us. Especially this is great because there's a huge battle, spiritualist battle going on Twitter right now. And so this is a great time to, of course, check in with the ancestors, making sure that we're going to actually be successful in this little test here that these people have engaged themselves in, and trying to make sure that this doesn't fall. I got so many places I could put this. All right. There we go. So, of course, all praise, glory, and honor be to the Most High, the King of Kings, the Lord of Lords, the great I am, loving kindness. Say, of course, hello to all the spirits and ancestors that are with us. We have down here our red cloth. This is representative of the blood of the martyrs for which we are here standing today. So, without going into too much detail, the discussion that is raging right now is about the purpose of karma. And there's a lot of people with colonizer belief systems that believe that, karma is only supposed to come for certain people in the way that they actually wish for it to come for them, and not in the way that will give them the greatest opportunity to see a positive impact in their life. And so we want to go into the spirit realm. We want to ask specifically about karma, and we want to know what is spiritually going on right now, what is spiritually unfolding for us with this new moon, with Scorpio new moon. So we're just going to check in, of course, with our ancestors, our angels, our guides, our saints, everyone who's here to help us. Now, of course, I do have the capability of direct channeling, which we may end up doing some of that. But we're going to try and use the cards. I like imagery. Imagery is easy for people to understand, and it helps us all stay on the same page, and it also keeps me honest. So this is why I like using the cards, as well as like open channeling and also direct channeling. All right, what's going on, beloved ancestors, saints, guides? What's going on? What's going on with karma and this collective karmic energy coming out on this new moon, which we just had the new moon in Scorpio, like I said, 4 a.m., around 4:37 a.m. Eastern time. It's definitely a lot of, I think, collective energy coming up with the collective in regards to karma, being that this is Scorpio, and of course this is basically like the moon of karma, outside of the Libra moon. Let's see what we got. We got the 9 of Cups, we've got the 4 of Cups, and we've got the Chariot. Okay, so right off the break, people should remember that we are very, very close to this 9 of Cups. This is, in this case, this is kind of like fulfillment. And even these discussions in general are just being distracted, because while you're crying about the spilled milk that you don't have access to, you're totally ignoring the cups that you do. And this is a fast moving energy, so this is going to come and go pretty quick. So it's really important for people to, of course, stay neutral. There's not really much. And of course, these cards are my spiritual realm cards. What's going on behind the scenes. There's nothing really that these people can do spiritually to us, except for, again, have us imprison ourselves. And when you are focusing on what you don't have, you totally miss what you do have. And this is a fast moving energy, so you don't want to get drawn too much into this whole, discussion at all, except to know that it is occurring. We have the Page of Swords, so then again, this is another message. This is a double message. It's a message, and this is exactly what I said on Twitter. It's an opportunity for you to identify your self-limiting beliefs of karma. Now, there are a lot of people who have, physical disabilities. And instead of using their physical disability to see the opportunity to become a stronger person, they're taking their physical disability and they're seeing it as a limitation. And all I'm saying is that there are no limitations. The only limitations, remember, are the ones that you set for yourself. So you can take this opportunity to cut this limitation out. That's what the Page of Swords is here. And also the Page of Swords literally is Sagittarius season. So it's almost like if you don't, this energy is moving so fast that if you do not cut this feeling out now that your current circumstances are actually helping you achieve what you were sent here to do, then you're going to miss out on the opportunity, because this is a fast moving energy. It's a very fast moving energy. I do wish that people, here we go, see, because why they want, it's a group of people, of course, always plotting on how to take your money. Your Ace of Pentacles. Okay, look, I'm so sick of these people. Y'all, this is so ridiculous. So this is just another scam by the powers that were to take your money. They're literally using this as a plot to take your money or your inheritance, your spiritual inheritance, your physical inheritance. This is all they got, is to get you on the internet arguing about karma. Now, I do believe it's a good discussion because, again, it's an opportunity for people to understand that their experiences give them an opportunity to actually grow, and they can grow through it. But at the same time, they're using it as a scam so that they can, steal your inheritance from you. So if you're not careful about how you, your neutrality in this, it can be bad, because I see it on both sides. Yes, you have to be an extremely strong person to deal with a lot of physical and emotional and mental limitations. You have to be a very strong person. However, a person who has never experienced any of this, when they get the slightest bit of adversity, the first thing they do is, they're looking for a way out instead of, acknowledge it as quick moving energy, because in the big scheme of things, our incarnation cycle on this planet is very, very short. And so if you focus on the fact that, okay, I'm here for a good time, not a long time, let me figure out how I can learn this lesson so that I can move on to the next thing. Then you can deal with it, cut it out, whatever, move on to the next thing. But so many people are focused on, again, distracted by, because we're all given 9 cups. We all start with 9 cups. It's just, what about that 1 cup? Here we got the 1 cup. Now, mind you, okay, you got 9 cups here, 9 cups here, you got 3 cups here. This is 13 cups. And here you are worried about the 14th. Like, make it make sense. You got a whole 9 cups, a whole 3 cups, all upright, ready, perfect, ready for you to go. And here you are crying over the 1 cup. And maybe your 1 cup is a physical disability. For me, my 1 cup is financial instability. And you may think that your physical disability is more grievous than my financial instability. However, I would beg to differ, if we're going to argue about problems. But I'm not in the business of arguing about problems. I'm in the business of looking for solutions. And mind you, the whole time, this whole scenario is set up by these people operating in the background trying to take your inheritance. So the whole argument is mute, because a lot of people haven't considered that this is where it's coming from. Anything else from the spirit realm before we move into our physical cards? And I did bring back the Tarot of the Moors for our physical cards. We need some serious hard-hitting truth here. Not no. See? Yeah, you have a choice. This all boils down to your choice. You can choose to cry over the one, or you can choose to deal with it. And as you notice, if you notice, we don't have no Empress out here. We don't have no we don't have no Emperor. We don't have no Empress. We don't have no major arcana except for the Chariot. So who is really doing this? It's these scheming, scamming mofos out here in the background trying to make you choose, one side or the other, when in fact you should be trying to figure out how you're going to move on, how you're going to move on and put it into the situation. And here you are worrying about a spilled cup while these people are scamming in the background to take your inheritance. I can't even make this up. This is like exactly what I'm trying to say. All right, let's look. So these, of course, this is the Tarot of the Moors. This is one of my most favorite decks. And we're going to see what's going on in the physical realm. Of course, we use the Rider Waite or the Waite Smith deck for our we call it Waite Smith deck, or the Smith Waite decks, because Smith is the one who drew the cards. We use a Smith Waite deck for to see what's going on in the spirit realm, and we have this cool Tarot of the Moors deck that we see what's going on in the physical realm. So here we go. We have the Sybil. This is number 2. So this is the High Priestess. So this is about all of this. This is what they're trying to steal. They're trying to steal this High Priestess energy from us. They're trying to steal our divine femininity from us, because if we're able to take it from us, look, judgment. This is why they're in trouble now. And then we have, I think those are lilies back there that came up in another reader's reading. So there's major players out here already from the jump. We've got the daughter out here, which of course to me the Sybil is represented by the divine daughter, the High Priestess. We've got judgment out here. Judgment is in Sagittarius. So they're just trying. The judgment hammer is coming down on them real soon. We go into Sagittarius in a couple weeks, and they're just trying to set you up right here, set you up to take your inheritance. Say, oh no, they're not ready. They're still arguing on the internet over karma. Like, come on now, come on y'all. It is good to have a spirited discussion, but at the end, in your heart, you should say, I understand everyone's perspective, and how about we just all choose life together? All right, what else is going on in the physical realm? Beloved ancestors, saints, and guides. I mean, I really don't even need these cards. This is exactly what I'm saying, but it's good. Like I said, it keeps me honest. What's going on in the physical realm? Okay, that's too many cards. Gotta give us less than that. But definitely the sister is here. We got judgment angels here. The horn is being blown. You know what? A lot of this is because the horn is being blown. The wicked ones, the ones who are on the negative polarity, they feel their access to your energy is coming to an end. That's the message. And so they're just trying to rope you back into, recontracting with them. I talk about that a lot. Like, they want you to contract with them so they have the ability to do whatever it is they want. And, it's not even working, because you got people like me like, hey, you guys, let's pass this test. Let's just be neutral. And of course, people don't like neutrality, but whatever. Anything else going on in the physical realm? This literally seems to be about like the High Priestess and the judgment that's coming. Come on, y'all got a couple more cards for the folks. Come on. All right, I guess I should have took that big stack in the first time. All right, we've got the 8 of Pentacles here. We've got the 8 of Cups. Okay, we got 8. That can't be a coincidence. Got 988, of course. 988 is taking yourself out. So they've got the 9 set up in the spirit realm for you to take yourself out, but the 88 is in the physical realm. So you just keep that in mind. They want you to take yourself out. And then we've got the I think this is the King of Pentacles. So we've got the King of Pentacles. We've got the King of Wands. We got the 7 of Swords. And we got the Chariot. So not only do we have the Chariot in the physical realm, we have the Chariot in the in the spiritual realm and the physical realm. The news is coming fast. The news is coming fast. Let's see what saint that is. Y'all know I love the saints, and when they come out twice, then that tells me we got a saint here. I can't remember which one this is. No, wait. Let's see. Here we go. Let's see what saint that is. We got the Chariot, Saint Christopher. Let's see who that is. All right, Saint Christopher. Oh yeah. I remember Saint Christopher. Okay. He's one of the 14 holy helpers, by the way. Let's see. All right, Saint Christopher, originally known as Offerus or Reprobus, was born to a heathen king and his wife. Reprobus grew to become a strong 7-foot tall man who vowed to serve only the most powerful. Reprobus eventually discovered that the king was not as brave as he claimed and therefore set out to discover his own true calling. He stumbled upon a hermit who advised him in the ways of Christ and baptized him. Reprobus changed his name to Christopher and pledged his allegiance to God. To best serve him, Christopher promised to carry those who needed help across a dangerous stream. One day he carried a child across the river who, upon reaching the other side, revealed himself as Christ. As proof that Christopher had just carried Christ, the child ordered Christopher to drive his staff into the ground. Upon returning the next day, Christopher's staff had grown into a tree full of fruit. While this incident appealed to many people, it angered the king. Christopher was imprisoned and eventually beheaded, a martyr of his kind for honest efforts. So Saint Christopher is a patron saint of travelers. They put his statue in front of churches and bridges. Those who wear his medal are paying respect and hoping for blessings on their travels. So again, just like I said, this whole thing is kind of like, it's fast moving energy, and we do have Saint Christopher out here to protect us. So it's like, even though we know we have the high priestess and the judgment coming, not only do we have Saint Christopher out here to protect us, we've got the physical King of Pentacles, the physical King of Wands, Seven of Swords, which Seven of Swords is these are the I call them the Fez Bros, but also the Professional Victims Unit number 2, with the feathers, the ones pretending to be the ones who's supposed to have the feathers on. That's what we have out here. And we have the Eight of Cups too. So in the physical realm, the Eight of Cups is Eight of Cups, not Eight of Eight of Cups. The Eight of Cups that's 9. This says 8. Is the Eight of Cups all those choices? Yeah, the Eight of Cups. Oh no, the Eight of Cups is walking away from. See, in the physical realm, they want you to walk away from the cups entirely. Yeah, this is important. They want you to walk away from the cups entirely. Because remember, in the spiritual realm, you have the cups. That's the 9 of Cups. You have it. They're yours. You are the one who's guarding it. In the physical realm, they want you to walk away from the cups with the Eight of Cups. And they also want you to, with the Eight of Pentacles, which is just not being satisfied with what you have. Is that really it? Or in this case, usually it's building yourself, but this is kind of like thinking that what you need is not with you. You are required to put in some kind of hard work to gain access to this 9 of Cups or this Ace of Pentacles, and that's not the case. It's no work that you can do to gain access to any of what is being promised to you. That's the whole important part. That's why you got Saint Christopher out here protecting it, because it's nothing that you can do to earn it. And altogether, this can make you feel like you don't have a purpose here. Meanwhile, you got the whole High Priestess and the whole Judgment card. This is what you're here to do, to alchemize this more negative energy and to call judgment on people who are not using it properly. That's the purpose. That's your purpose. And if you can understand that that's your purpose, then you can get somewhere. Let's see what the energy. This is our energy oracle. What energies are out here supporting us trying to navigate through this time? What energies are out here, beloved saints and martyrs? I love that a martyr showed up. I love that. What is the energy that's being reflected towards us, or the energy that we're holding? These cards, oof. Ooh, these cards don't want to shuffle. What is the energy? What is the energy? Oh, okay. All right. We've got the healer of the ages, and we've got the thinking man. So a lot of this is about our philosophy, how we think about things, how we process things. Because other people, there's a lot of different ways to interpret the cards, right? But if you're not looking at this as the opportunity to heal yourself through the ages by dealing with any sort of karma that you have, and of course the healer of the ages being our brother Yeshua, and you don't think about what this means, what this looks like for you, then you could completely miss this whole thing. Like, you could just go, I mean, some people are not participating in these discussions, and they won't have the opportunity to come out of this a rank up. You know what I mean? Magician and the mirror. Because these people they're projecting this onto you. Remember, this is all about putting together this 988 and getting you to take yourself out. Convincing you that this 988 is meaningless. That this right here means that you have nothing. Because people will tell you, oh, if you have it in the spirit realm and it's not in the physical realm, what purpose does it mean? What good is it? See, here we go. So that they can swindle this from you. Put that together so that they can swindle that from you. Meanwhile, you over here with a whole chariot energy, with a whole high priestess energy, with a whole judgment, ability to call judgment. Why not call judgment on the ones that are convincing you or lying to you about these 3 cups that you do have and telling you only should have access to the 1? Why not look at your choices? Why not cut those people off? What are people doing instead? They're arguing with other spiritual teachers, other sibyls. They're arguing with other spiritual people instead of calling judgment on these people down here. Y'all not even thinking about these people. This whole argument people are having, nobody is thinking about why they're having an argument, what the argument is meant to do, what it's distracting you from. This is why the healer of the ages and the thinking man have to come in and help, because we just can't. People are just too distracted by what's going on in the physical reality. They totally miss the spiritual reality. Even spiritual people, the people who aren't having this argument, they're not even up for judgment. It's a very, very small group of people, that's even having this conversation. And you'll be judged on it. But most people are not having these conversations. It's useful for us now to develop a ability to, what card is this? 3rd chakra. Archangel Chamuel. So, this is solar plexus. Yeah, this is a solar plexus issue. This is more of them. This is what they do. They're trying to tie into your solar plexus by giving you this gut-wrenching feeling about, think of the children. What about the poor children in this circumstance, in this situation? Meanwhile, all of those fell out. Meanwhile, they out here plotting on taking your inheritance. And they got you arguing about some crazy stuff. Let's see what we got. We need patience, absolutely. We have the woman holding the heart. And we have the 7th chakra, which is the crown chakra. So we got the 3rd chakra and the 7th chakra. Again, this is the energy we should be tapping into by coming outside of our own limitations, our own self-limitations, and looking at the real facts of the matter. On the physical level, we are the high priestesses and we call the judgment. Meanwhile, they got you trying to call judgment on your brother, on your brothers here. Why call judgment on your brothers when you got these whole people out here scamming in the background? That's kind of crazy. Let's look at our mirror cards. All right, ancestors, what mirroring energy is out here that's causing us the most trouble right now? I know it's something. Here we go. empathy. That's the energy we need to have, is empathy. Let me take a look at what that is. Yes, I use all the books. I don't care. I like the books. I want to know what the original person thought. This is card 10. So Archangel Michael is in the midst, of course, with the number 10. Look, it says, love is but the discovery of ourselves in others and delight in recognition. Oh my goodness. Empathy is the deep understanding we can have for other people. It springs from our ability to recognize ourselves in them and them in us. Empathy is the bridge of the heart that spans the differences between people and enables a two-way traffic of feelings and experiences, unrestricted by the border guards of judgment and rejection. It links us to our partners through the absolute acceptance of each other's realities. You need to check out if you are being either dismissive or judgmental of your partner's feelings. Maybe you believe you can avoid unnecessary confrontation by not paying attention to them. Or are you under the impression that if you stop to listen to your partner's point of view, you will need to agree with it? Empathizing does not necessarily mean agreeing with someone. It's feeling behind the words and understanding what it's like to be in that prison. Are you finding it hard to really acknowledge your partner in this situation? You may have strong beliefs about how people should think or feel, or perhaps you feel things have been sorted out one way or another. Maybe just accepting the differences between you is a new idea. You might even be concerned that your partner's feelings will overwhelm you if you don't stand back from them. But empathy is not about losing yourself in depths of someone else's feelings. On the contrary, you very much need to stay in touch with your own. It's essential, though, to sometimes lay aside your personal perspective and beliefs, to let go your position and just be there for someone else. When you do, you may begin to have a rather different picture to the one you are presently seeing. Sometimes you need to try out empathy very consciously to discover how potent and useful it is. You not only stand to gain a deeper understanding of your partner's feelings, but also to strengthen the bonds between you. Exactly. If people on both sides, okay, which are good people on both sides of the argument, but if people on both sides would listen to what the other is saying, we will come out of this situation unscathed. But there's people on both sides who are not going to listen to what the other has to say, what their true intention and their true meaning is. They're going to totally ignore it, and they're going to miss the opportunity to pass this test, because it's not about you being right or being wrong. This is not about me being right or being wrong. I've stated my opinions out there to different people on this topic, but it's not about me being right or being wrong. It's about somebody saying, hey, we should listen to what others have to say and comment on those things too, and participate. It's about being fully there, and a lot of people, they only want to be there for their side. They're not going to be there for both sides. I can understand both sides of this argument. Really, I can. Truly, I can. At the same time, that doesn't mean I have to choose a side. That doesn't mean I won't comment my truth. Absolutely. I'm allowed to comment my truth. Of course, you're allowed to comment your truth. But me commenting my truth is not going to negate someone else's truth. And it's not about someone else's truth. It's about our perspective of ourselves. And using your power in the physical realm not to judge your brothers here. How about that? How about we use our power for patience, for empathy, to heal these different chakras, the third chakra and the seventh chakra, to really enlighten ourselves and open ourselves up to the truth of the matter, which is you got these people back here trying to steal your energy. And while you're arguing on the internet with, strangers, essentially, you got these people out here plotting and planning on you failing so they can say, hey, listen, they failed. We get to steal their energy. That's how it works, right? Because it's always worked like that for them. All right, let's see what our black money cards have to say. Ancestors, angels, and guides, what does this have to do with our finances? How does this tie into our finances? Remember, my particular burden is financial burdens, right? That's the one that usually comes to me. So I'm always looking for ways to alleviate this burden and make it better, not just for me, but for the whole collective, because I know that labor is wait a minute, I had it pulled up. Wait a minute. Well, while I'm even talking about that, this is crazy because I had it pulled up. I'm sorry, y'all. This is a little diatribe into how my research videos normally go, but I just want to bring this up because it was crazy. But where is it? Oh no, did I close it? I might have. Oh no, here it is. Listen, I was looking up. Oh, I can't. It won't show me what I was looking up anymore. So evil and its most immediate consequence. That's the word that I was looking up, and it's a verb. Pinomai means to toil or labor, to have to do something out of necessity rather than genuine desire. This verb stems from the same root as the English word penury, and hinges on neediness and reduction. It may be easily overlooked, but nature provides lavish food for all its creatures, and entire cultures based on hunger and destruction are the creations of human civilization. Evil hiding in plain sight. Look, labor is an early state of death, which is declared right after labor in Genesis 3:19, and is the most common form of in which evil is manifested in our world. Labor gobbles up people's primary time and energy, which are resources people ought to invest in raising their children, following their hearts, and seeking the Lord. The Lord is the creator. So seeking the Lord means creating art and doing science, getting good at natural laws. See, the labor that is the evil. Labor is literally evil. So this is why I have black money cards, because as long as I have to labor, it's evil. And the scripture I was looking up is Ephesians 5:16. And that scripture is redeeming the time because the days are evil. And I said, well, what do you mean the days are evil? What is that? Because you have to labor. So it's basically those buying out. This is the Greek. Those buying out the period that the days impending they are. So those buying out, I remember looking this up. That term, those buying out, means marketplace. So, oh, come on, man. It was 16. Okay, marketplace. Marketplace. Okay, so marketplace, the period that the days or laboring they are. So basically redeeming the times because the days are evil, which means in the short term taking back the evil that comes from labor and replacing it, because that labor for selling your body for labor is evil. So you need to redeem that. That's the whole point of the scripture. You can check it out later. Is Ephesians 5:16. So anyway, that's why we have black money cards here. And 10 of hearts of happiness, of course. And then we have loss of friend or trouble. So literally, this is talking about this right here. You don't want to lose a friend, these brothers here, and create trouble when you're supposed to be happiness. Many children. Correct surrounding cards. Okay, perfect. When you have your understanding of what the position of labor is, which is evil, labor that is not from your sincere desire is evil, period. So when you have this labor or this card, this happiness can correct the labor. So this is what they try to do. Oh my gosh. I can't believe this reading. This is what they try to do. I don't know if any of you all who work jobs recently had a employee appreciation week around the 1st of November, but a lot of what that is trying to get you to be happy about going to work so that they can continue to steal your inheritance. I can't believe this is related. If they can make you happy about work, they can continue to steal your inheritance because you are happy. If you're happy, then you're not worried about any of this other stuff, right? And they know that labor is evil. So if they keep you happy, then they can, by law, keep you laboring. But when you are not happy, then that's when they have to go through this trickery of making you argue, on the internet, and being worried about this cup that you lost when you got the 3 cups and the 8 cup and the 9 cups right in front of you. However, our empathy towards the people who have to work, or people who can't work, or situations where we have to endure things that we don't want to endure, our empathy can open us up to be able to engage in this patience, this woman holding the heart, the rebuilding of the heart, and because look, even this patience is kind of like over the solar plexus. So you have basically like 2 solar plexus cards. The opposite of the 3rd chakra would be patience, to build a. So if you're able to become this woman holding the heart, the energy of the divine feminine, when you're able to internalize that energy, then you can correct the surrounding cards. And the surrounding card that we got is loss of friend or trouble. So the opposite of that is rewards for seekers of higher wisdom. This is how you use your Jupiter energy. So wherever Jupiter is in your chart, use that energy, call upon that angel to help you correct your outlook on this whole situation, because it's a projection. It's all a projection. They can't do this to you in the physical realm. As I mentioned, nothing that came out here is about the physical realm. This is all they got in the spiritual realm, is this. They can't actually make you do this. And they can, in the spiritual realm, not in the physical realm, make you desire or unhappy with these 3 cups that you have and desire this 1 cup, while whole time missing out on all the other cups. That's all they have. They don't have nothing else. And you can give them more stuff by being unhappy with the situation that you're in. So wherever your Jupiter is in your chart, definitely call upon that energy to bring you into happiness. And understand that labor is evil. This is why we got to be focused on how we're going to bring in our money, bring in our abundance. Listen, labor is evil. That's why they got their eyes on your Ace of Pentacles, because they know labor is evil. This is why they don't work. What rich person do you know work? They don't work. I know lots of rich people. They don't work. They do what they love. It's not work when you do what you love. But going in and, me, I've always worked things that I like. And when I stop liking them, I stop working them. And that has been every single time. And I like to work, actually. So I'm really a primary target, but I don't like corruption. When I see corruption, I'm on my way out the door. Judge by values. There we go. Judge by values. And what else do we have? Neptune. So definitely look into your Neptune, where Neptune is in your chart. Ideal love, and also Jupiter. So wherever your Neptune is in your chart, wherever your Jupiter is in your chart, you need to give that a little bit more attention. And also a dark woman, which is me, or the Sybil, this Sybil energy, this dark feminine, or Diana, who is the dark feminine, the woman holding the heart. Diana, the dark feminine, is trying to, bring you in some energy, bring you some help, bring you some support, along with Saint Christopher. So if you're into saints, of course, call on Saint Christopher. If you're not into saints, look into your Neptune and your Jupiter. Those planets, those angels are certainly trying to reach out to you. And above all, if everything else fails, go with empathy. Saint Michael, go with empathy. That is what you really, really need to make it through these little tests, because they're just little tests to see. My nose is just so bad, really like crazy. These tests are just to make you strong. These tests are not designed for you to fail. They're designed for you to pass, and it's really easy to miss that if you are not aware that 1 cup that you don't have does not outweigh the 13 that you do. The 1 cup you don't have, which is in all its extents and purposes is an imaginary cup, because right here you got a pentacle coming out the cloud. So this is not, is this even real? Like, is this even real? Like, you're complaining about something that may or may not even be real. You're making a bad decision. You're choosing the world when you have, everything that is within you that you could choose, and you're making a step forward towards this imaginary cup, when you really need to be cutting that thing off and not worrying about it. Absolutely. So hopefully this video has been helpful. I see a lot of good information out here. We have a lot of good things coming towards us as far as this Sagittarius season is concerned. And we really should stay on a high vibration, have the daily conversation with people, and look at them as an opportunity to strengthen yourself up, build yourself up on the inside, show great gratitude, and of course empathy for what you do have. Think about the things. Never forget to think about the things, because the healer of the ages, of course, is here to support you, as long as you are willing to accept it. So I hope this has been helpful for people. This is a really good reading. So shalom and peace and blessings to each one, and we will catch you in the next video.